Old Hyde has been, I don't know, he got a little pep in his step all of a sudden.
Did he?
Must be
I
all
like
the
Carlos
drugs.
Hyde's a Buckeye.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we're not going live. I don't know what the hell.
No, we're live. It says we're live. Oh wait,
Do you
no,
see us? Let me see.
It says you're live.
Yeah, we're live. We're
Oh, we
live.
are? All right.
How do we get out of this one?
Well, I don't know where the link is, so whatever.
I'll put it in the chat.
Dude.
What is happening? We're back live with Stan. It's just Stan and I. This isn't really. This is the steam room. This is the vape steam room. This isn't, or the vape sauna. This isn't the vape hot tub. We haven't gotten the hot tub. We're in the sauna. Stan decided to join me. I really, really appreciate it. I am wicking up the Ohana. So that's what I'm doing right now. Stan said he had a bunch of stuff. Stan, you got a bunch of stuff you want to wick up too? I think he's coming
don't
back
look at
with
my
some
dirty
goodies.
juice floor.
You got dirty juice floor?
Yeah, I got a bunch of. These are the juices. Anyway, you can't see. Yeah, see right here on the floor, right here.
When
I'm switching juice, I don't put them back on the shelf. I throw them on the floor because it's like I was using those. I want to try something else. But then I never try anything else. So check it out. This is what I was vaping
gorgeous
at work. The Ohana on the polished Dreamer.
Look at
Looks
that.
pretty damn good on there.
Hell yeah. I actually have a Dreamer that this will. I may have to give that a shot. I got the stainless polished as well.
It's a fingerprint magnet.
Yeah.
But,
it is.
Dude, I got these weird design. I got this new what I'm building right now is this no name. It's a high-end company, No Name Mods.
Yeah. I've heard of
them. The BF99. It's their new like RDTA.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, dude, but you gotta look at here. I'm gonna show off my messy desk. Don't judge me.
You're not, dude. I guarantee your mess is not near as bad as mine, Stan.
My
mess is pretty bad.
My mess is pretty terrible right now. I gotta admit. I'm pretty good at framing things so that you can't see the mess.
Yeah, me too.
But I haven't had time to set up for that right now, but I'm gonna show you the download cam anyway. Hold on. So this is, where is the Pro Stream Cam?
All right.
Don't look at my mess. My toilet paper.
Taking a poo? Were you taking a poo earlier?
No, I always use toilet paper to dry my addies off because I can like get it really small and clean the little nooks and crannies out.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. Let me see if I can get my autofocus.
So you use the same camera I do. Why does your camera look 1,000 times better than mine?
Light.
Is it you put a light on the camera, right?
Yeah, I'll show you when I back out. I'll show you what I did. I like made a little DIY setup.
Do you think you could make me one? You make me a light.
I can show you what I did. It's super easy.
Not very smart, Stan.
Look at this thing, dude. All right, this is the tank, right? And well, I just like
it's an RDTA.
Yeah, it's an RDTA, and you see this thing? This is the airflow insert, but it comes with the gold anodized. It comes with the red anodized that has like 2 big holes or 2 little holes.
Oh, nice.
And a blue anodized that has 3 holes.
Oh, I like that blue.
But check these out. You see sorry, everything's wet because I just washed it. It's brand new. You see the notches, how it's long here and short here?
Yeah.
Okay, these are like a black Delrin-ish kind of material.
Yeah.
So this is the cap.
That's gorgeous.
So you basically just put this thing in here like this. So I could either have big airflow or small airflow. Okay. At least that's what I think is happening. Did I put it in upside down? No, I didn't. This is the first time I've ever actually messed with it. So you put it in like that, and then you take a screw. Super in-depth, but I guess the whole thing is once you figure it out, you won't ever really mess with it again.
Yeah.
But this is way easier to take out than putting something in and then pushing it in with force in an O-ring and then having to go in and finagle it out with like tools and stuff that's going to mess it up. So So like that, and then this piece goes on there like that.
That's one thing about these high end, man, that make me nervous. There's so many pieces. And I'll be honest, I haven't used an RDTA in over a year.
Yeah, no, this is the only RDTs I really enjoy are from like the small market companies. It came with this tool.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and it came with this drip tip, but then it also came with this piece to replace it with.
So you can do like a mouth to lung with it, maybe? Is that why it's so
that's
tight?
the thing. It gave me like so many different little. See, that's like the mouth to lung insert. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it out, see how it works, because I like to play with everything when I first get it.
Yeah, you got to almost with these high ends. You almost have to like mess with it until you get it the way you want it, right?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna use the one with the most air just to see.
I got a question for you. So aside from like, how do you find out what's coming out for high end stuff? Is there like a chat that you're in that people talk about? Hey, I tried this and I really liked it.
Pay attention. Well, I mean, a lot of it is just buying things on a whim, honestly.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude. In fact, I got a bunch of stuff I'm about to sell. But
when you say on a whim, that's an expensive whim, man.
Yeah, well, I'm not very bright with money.
Neither am I.
If you want me to be honest with you, not very bright with money. So there's that thing, cotton. And then you put this on like this. You line up the airflow here. I don't understand how this works. It says air.
Hey, Jennifer, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye, Jennifer. Sorry we're not paying attention to you.
I'm trying to watch the chat. I'm more interested in watching you, though. I think everybody else is, too.
So the air goes in the side right here. But where does it come from? Oh, it comes up the middle here, obviously, dummy. But I don't understand how this cap... Oh, look at that. That's the difference. It changes the chamber size.
Yeah, it sure does.
Yeah.
Like halves it almost, doesn't it?
Yeah. So I put this small chamber in with the big air. I should get some killer flavor with this, hopefully. So I'm going to build that thing. I also got this. The other thing I was going to build tonight is I got this thing.
Purity MTL RTA. Never heard of it.
Dude, this thing's cool, man. Except it's 18 millimeters. So it's like, this is the tank. I already took it apart. Let me put it back together.
How big's the Notion on top?
The Notion's 22.
22. So it would you could do it on that, couldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, it looks funny. It looks like putting a 24 in there in the 22. So look at this thing, dude. Here, let me turn this down. So you see this arrow right? Well,
yeah, I do.
See that arrow right there?
Yeah.
There's a minus, there's a dot, and a plus at the end. Okay. So basically you turn the airflow till it stops and you close it all the way, and that closes the juice flow all the way. Okay. You turn it all the way to the right. You turn the airflow all the way to the right till it locks, and then you turn the whole thing to the right to the plus, and that opens the juice flow all the way.
Wow.
And then if you want to take the deck off, you basically turn, there's a little dot on the airflow side. You turn the airflow to that arrow I showed you, and then it pops right out.
Wow.
And that's the deck. That's cool. I've seen it before, but
there's a lot of parts.
It's super. This is not like a high-end company or anything. This is Ambitions Mods. So
Swaggins in chat. What's up, Swags? Mark, yeah, I got your tracking. Thank you. Thank you for sending me that.
Stellar. Let me jump out of the close-up cam here. Bam. Playing on BlackCat's live stream. Woohoo.
Hell yeah. I'm still working on wicking up this Hana. I'm going to drip
Hana's giving you that much trouble, man? Come on.
No.
You were a pro at this.
I'm a pro. I'm pretty much the best.
Here.
I'm pretty much the best at waking
You're
stuff
the
up.
best.
I
All
take
right.
my time though. It's like it's a process. I typically forget something too, but I'm not going to forget something this time.
I'm rocking a pretty big build in there.
Yeah, those are big. What is that? 5 rep aliens?
I have no idea. A gentleman sent them to me, and they said the resistance on there. I threw them in.
You got a lot of stooges are really, really talented builders.
Whoops.
Got a lot of good ones over that that can send you some fantastic coils.
Yeah, there's some kick-ass builders in the group, man.
Hell yeah.
There's Texas Cloud Town. There's
Shane, who was on here, Shane Oakley can build.
Shane Oakley. There's Clown.
Clown, yep.
He has his own website that he sells his coils on. There's Macy of Band Builds. By the way,
yeah,
you should have her on, bro. You should have her on your show.
I would love to.
You should.
Absolutely love to. In fact, I think I've reached out to her before, Stan. I really do think I reached out to her once.
Yeah, you should totally. She's a killer build. Oh, her and Sammy Nitro. Sammy Nitro 5150 makes some of the best freaking low mass mech builds ever, and he doesn't take them like way low resistance. I mean,
he just makes them low mass.
Super ramp up, crackly stuff, man. Like,
dude, I'm down, man.
Awesome builds.
Well, I would be absolutely thrilled to have both of them on here one day, sometime. So, yeah, if you speak to them, or if they want to reach out, that would be absolutely fantastic for me. Okay, so this part's on.
All right, here we go. I got chat now. Woohoo!
There you go. All right, so I've got my Ohana wicked and ready to rock and roll.
Oh, and coil image too, dude. We got if you want guests for your build show, bro. We got guests for your build show, bro.
Okay, let's do it.
We do, man.
I'll tell you, man. There's all kinds of different skill levels in building. But that really I don't really pay attention to that as much as people who are really dedicated and really like doing it. That's the kind of people that I like to feature. So if they're willing to do it and send the builds and really commit to doing it, then I would absolutely love to have them on. We could feature them, and it's a lot of fun. I think the guys who get featured and the people who get featured, I think they have fun with it. I think they do. I think it's something that they look forward to and enjoy. So I'm always willing to take a look at somebody.
I can't fix my.
All right, let me get this. All right, so I got it juiced up. Put a little extra in here.
I messed up opening up all this stuff on the fly, and now I can't get my damn camera to be right.
But these are Frailians made by the Great Wonkowski. The stats on these. Let's take a look at the stats on these. He put a little thing in here. Did he put the stats?
Stats on what? On the Frailians?
Yeah, it's 0.12. So they're 0.12. They're pretty fat. Makes me think he almost used Canthol. But I don't know. So let's turn this up.
What's up, Lime Dog Chris? Jane is awesome, by the way.
Love Jane.
Let me see. Sorry, other people were saying hi. I missed all of them because I just got the chat open. Dude, it's funny when you vape, like your whole body goes into Matrix mode.
I know, isn't that funny? Yeah, I have. So this is the airflow on this is silky smooth. Let me get this turned.
Yeah, it's I actually think it may be more restricted than the Barrage. Slightly more restricted than the Barrage is.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm trying to get the. There we go.
Oh,
have you ever seen? Now.
Have you ever seen Goon Food, Scott?
Goon Food?
Yeah.
By I got some Goon Food by Yeti.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some.
Do you? Have you ever
seen?
I
have every Yeti sent me one set of every coil he's ever made.
You know what you haven't had?
What's that?
I hit him up when I had the FP. I said, dude, I want to try this thing with like some big ass freaking single coils.
Yeah.
So he made me big ass Goon Food. Like all these renditions of his coils he makes in like 5 millimeter freaking huge coils, but they still
got like a custom order.
Huh?
Let's see what you got there.
I don't know how much I still have left, but I'm pretty sure I have the Goon Food still because I got nothing to put it in. Hold on. I want to put one of them in the Ohana.
Yeah, it'll fit.
Yeah. Hold on. I got them somewhere. Oh, here's a Grande interlocked Fralian. Hold on, I got that one. Oh, here's one. The big ass alien. And that's what he put for the name on him too. It's hilarious.
When's the last time you talked to Yeti?
Man, it's been a minute. We used to talk all the time.
Me too.
We used to talk all the time, and he was on live shows and stuff a lot. And he was having some health stuff, and I haven't talked to him in a minute. I need to hit him up and be like, "Hey, how you doing, dude?"
Yeah, I need to reach out to him too. I did a little bit ago, and yeah, some health issues and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
We used to do the Drop the Shame show. Yeti and I did.
These are coils he made for me specifically for the Lucid. I still have a couple.
Look at that.
I put a pack of these in every LE Dreamer Lucid combo that I sold.
I cringe every time Scott chews ice. Sorry, Ricky. I'm sorry, man. It's a bad habit. I try not to do it. I do it all the time, though.
Chewing ice?
I chew. Yeah, some people hate that.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. Here, check this out.
Let's turn this up a little bit. I think this thing can go a little higher. There we go.
All right. So I don't have the big ass goon food. I think I used it, but this is the big ass. Here, get the glare off of it.
Okay. What I'm going to tell you right now how this Ohana should be vaped. It needs to be vaped at over 100 watts.
Yeah, you think so?
I'm getting a really warm, delicious vape from it, man. When I had it, because I originally started at about 90, 95, and I just wasn't getting like a punch. Now I am.
So this is the
Oh, I love it.
This is the big ass alien that he made me.
Oh, that's nice. You know, he doesn't use a drill.
So this is a 3mm coil. So this is the original goon food.
Yeah.
Not the big ass one because I vaped it. I don't know where it is now. But so that's the original 3mm, so you can see the size difference.
Yeah.
But he made me a bunch of these. And look, dude, the goon food's so sexy.
Yeah. It is.
And then he made me a big ass interlocking Fralian that I fired, but I kept it.
Is that Fralian or staggered?
It's interlocking Fralian.
Oh, that's why it's giving the funky look. I got you.
Yeah, and you can see the names he put on them.
Grande interlock alien. Big ass alien. I like that.
Yeah, dude. He's man. I really wish that. I hope he's doing okay because
I'm sure he is.
That dude could build some crazy stuff, man.
He didn't use a drill.
No, everything by hand.
Everything by hand. How he did it, I have no idea.
Anytime you saw the dude on a live stream, he had his headlamp on, and he was sitting there with his glasses, and you just
sitting there, wrapping up coils. Yep.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome, man. Yeah, we had that. We did that. We did for about a year. We did Drop the Shame show. And
oh yeah,
that was a blast. Yeah, blast. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing that with them. And then we just kind of stopped.
What?
We just kind of stopped, and but a lot of people still ask me about it. Why I don't do it anymore? I do an After the Shame show with Nick, which is pretty decent. Still good to talk about. Found a really good podcast on addiction, and it was pretty interesting because it was the podcast was from Boston, and they're talking about the opiate epidemic in Massachusetts, and it's fucking bad, man. It's really bad. They were talking to they don't in Massachusetts, believe it or not, they have independent
vaping.
No, well, they're obviously very worried about vaping there, but that's beside the point. Did you? Oh, I got another fact about Massachusetts. The Massachusetts Attorney General is leading up so here's some new news. Now, you may not have heard this, but I read this today. The tobacco companies are holding back about $1.2 billion from the states right now.
Yep.
And the reason why they're holding it back is because when they signed the MSA agreement, the states that they signed the MSA agreement with said that we will not let any competition in that is not part of this agreement. So any independent tobacco company that comes into the state is not allowed to sell in that state unless they take part in the MSA. So apparently the tobacco companies are holding back.
Before you say anything else, they're basically holding the money because vaping's come in.
That's exactly right.
Oh my gosh. So they're holding them to legal standard. They're holding them to the contract.
Yeah.
That's messed up, bro.
Yeah. And that's what's happening. So they're in like all these states, they figured out it's about 3% of tobacco sales in these states are related to these independent tobacco companies. And it's been happening since 1998. It's been going on since 1998. Well, in 2015, around the time that vaping started coming in and taking market share from smoking, that's when the tobacco company said, you know what, we're not giving you this money unless you meet this stipulation in the contract. Well, funny enough, the state attorney general that's heading up the commission against the tobacco companies is from, drumroll, Massachusetts. Well, Massachusetts fully banned any vaping stuff. So now you start to see the big picture here of what is really fucking happening. But anyway, the whole thing was do I have a link to that info? I will get it to you, Swags. It's on Twitter. I read the whole thing today, and I actually think I still have it. I'll get it to you.
Yeah.
But if you look up tobacco companies, it's 1.2 billion. Tobacco companies are holding back due to this thing. It started in 2015. You can probably find it with just that much information. So anyway, I'm listening to this podcast today about addiction. Now, this is crazy, but this is true. In the state of Massachusetts, and especially in like the urban areas like Boston, the hospitals are so overrun with opiate overdoses that they have to contract in independent ambulance companies with paramedics. So there are people who make money by hiring in paramedics, contracting them in, having their own ambulances, and then the hospitals in Boston pay them to go pick up overdoses and give them Narcan. These guys say they interviewed one of the companies that does it. She says they do 250 opiate overdoses a day.
Oh my gosh.
Day. That some people,
that's insane.
They see 3 and 4 times a day.
Open the door.
Person, 3 or 4 times a day.
I'm live. You all right?
So,
okay.
Filing that away and thinking about that, how outrageous and how unbelievable that is, and then for them to ban vaping, that's their major health concern in your state. And I always knew it was bad in Massachusetts because you see stories coming out of there of how bad it is in Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
But like actually hearing somebody talk about it firsthand with no relation to vaping, obviously at all. This is a show about addiction that I like to listen to. But yeah. So that's what's going on in Massachusetts. Yeah, let me find that link. That's pretty good.
Please find the link because I'll definitely be talking. We'll talk about that on the Stew tonight too.
Yeah, let me find that info for you.
By the way, the Stew tonight, 9 p.m. Central on Tenacious TX Vape.
That's right.
Hello, wife. I'm talking to BlackCat Whiteface on all of the sudden let's go live stream.
That's right. I suckered your dad into coming live with me.
I did not know my daughter was drawing mustaches all over her face. I thought she was playing on the trampoline. And then she came in to watch cartoons. I did not know she had a black marker.
So let's say tobacco.
She just wanted to be like that. There's nothing wrong with
that.
She wants a mustache. She can have a mustache.
She tried to wipe it off.
All right. The article. All right. I'm going to put it in chat. I just got to find it. It was an article released by, I have not verified this source.
Mm-hmm.
Article is released by the Center for Public Integrity. It was released on April 12th, 2011. Okay, so this is an older article. I thought it was 2015. I take that back, but here it is. So I guess it's less potent that it was 2011 because that's kind of before, but it gives you an idea of how. I know it's still under legal. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm full of shit. Let's see.
I doubt they got their money if they're. Yeah, I mean.
Well,
if
it
they-
just tells you how the tobacco companies, because if they did that because of like losing 3% market share, what are they doing to losing 10% market share?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that just tells you how they're playing. Center for
All
Public
right. So
Integrity.
I'm not going to be able to finish building this thing right now because all I'm getting, even though I cleaned it off, all I'm getting is machine oil smell. So that sucks.
Here we go.
I'm going to put this away and vape on something else. That sucks. I'm irritated now, Scott.
Taken down literally.
And
wow. So
in the
Regulatory
cage.
Watch tweeted that their Facebook profile was taken down literally as they were about to go live. Said they're being silenced. Yeah. I mean, this is no joke.
Regulator Watch?
Yeah, they said they took down their Facebook page. That's crazy.
Are you serious? Dude, wait, who else? What other vaping Facebook page got taken down? Oh, I don't even know. I don't even remember. Somebody else's Facebook page got taken down for Jared the Vaping Goat. He got tagged for spamming or clickbaiting or something like that when he was just posting his own video links in his own freaking group.
Really?
And they took his page down, yeah. Or his own page, yeah, they took it down. So
I know the same thing happened to Jesse, Stand Up 3D. He was posting information about when they were doing some live show about vaping. He was posting articles and things or like negative comments. They fucking banned his channel.
oh jeez, that's ridiculous.
They're
man.
not playing. This is not they're not playing fair.
Well, they're not playing.
Yeah, they're not
That's
playing
the
at
thing.
all.
They're not playing. They're like we're affecting their money.
Yeah,
They're
man.
in it for the throat, bro. Like they don't give a shit.
They don't give a fucking shit, and it's not fair. And they play dirty as hell. Like there's a group on Twitter that was created with that Bloomberg money called Protecting Kids, Save Kids from Flavors or something of that nature. And they're posting their garbage, showing how many people are sick in every state, that e-cigarettes are causing this. And it's like,
Yeah,
that's
but we're not
true.
allowed to post stuff to the contrary because
right.
that's illegal.
Right. Well, it's illegal to them losing money.
Yeah.
And Bloomberg is so deep in these tobacco bonds, and it's like, he's like, he's probably could lose. I bet you he could lose millions of dollars. It's obviously more than 150 million because that's what he gave. I mean, he's probably thinking of losing like $1 billion if this doesn't happen.
So we might not have to worry about Bernie Sanders anymore.
What happened to Bernie Sanders?
He had a heart attack. And
today?
In the last day or so, yeah, something like that.
I thought he said he was feeling better.
He had a heart attack and then he had surgery, like almost immediately. So I don't know how it's going to affect his candidacy, but we might not have to worry about him for a while.
I don't think you really want somebody that just has a heart attack. You really don't want them as your president,
dude.
Whether you're for him or not.
That guy's gonna keel over getting sworn in. Not only that, he's a freaking Looney Tune, bro.
I don't know anything about him.
And that's not just because he's crazy. He is crazy, but he's a Looney Tune. Like he's a cartoon character.
Yeah,
he's a cartoon character. Like he's.
I know he could use a haircut. Like if I was going to be on TV so much, I'd get a haircut. Wouldn't you get a haircut? Like if I was going to be on TV, like talking a bunch,
I would either be super clean cut, or I would be so far gone. It depended on how people reacted, like what they wanted better. Yeah. If I was going to be like that kind of candidate, I'd either be like super dreadlock hippie, like to the extreme guy, or super clean cut. I wouldn't be like this in the middle of it.
You got to be one or the other.
Yeah,
but you can't look insane. That's the key. You got to look like you have it together in some way. I mean, obviously, haircuts aren't really a big standard in presidency. I mean, you look at what we got going on right now.
Yeah,
his haircut's not too great, but Bernie just looked like he woke up out of bed pissed off. It's like I was fucking pissed off about something.
Scott,
that's what he looked like to me. Oh, I'm sorry. He had a heart attack. Hope he gets better.
Hey, do you have a Barrage RDA?
I do. It's going to be reviewed. Yeah, it got sent to me.
Dude, don't put a .09 goon food in it.
Is it a little tasty?
It's hot.
A little hot?
It's hot.
I don't know what I have in there.
I wanted
to look.
something a little bit warmer because I want to be able to close the airflow just a touch, just a touch. I mean, the airflow is really good. If I could just close it a touch, just to, like for my normal builds. But so I was like, I'll just put a bigger build in it, and I think I went to the extreme too far.
That's gonna say it's a little big.
Yeah.
Good food is like that. That is literally for goon. Like you need that big chamber.
Yeah, it's taking it up, man.
How did you even get that in there?
I don't know.
You're pretty talented.
When I put my mind to it.
Oh shit. Well, hey man, we got some giveaways. I'm gonna do some giveaways real quick. Let's get these done before I forget. And the reason I'm doing this is I'll fucking forget. All right, we got giveaways today. I'm giving away $25 $25 gift certificate to the greatest e-liquid on the face of this earth. Shy Tots e-liquid. That is 25 crazy English dollars, whatever they call pounds. 25 pounds. Is that what they call it over there? I don't know.
British pounds.
British pounds. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I'm $25 gift certificate. I need a number between 1 and 150, chat. Go for it. Where is
Dude, you know what? If you're not doing anything tonight, be happy to have you on the stew, bro, if you want to.
You know what? I may do that. Let me check.
Always bring on some good conversation and stuff, and we can talk about,
you,
man. We can make fun of Bernie Sanders.
We could. I like to make fun of Bernie Sanders.
There you go.
I don't know anything about him. I will study though before I come on. Last time I was on, you gave me an assignment.
You'll be what was the assignment?
You told me to read about like some kind of decision being made in the vape thing. I don't remember, but I read it.
I don't know.
I read. I showed Swaggins didn't read it.
I don't ever study. So like, if I told you to read something, it's because I'm gonna go to you for it.
I was like, really, I wanted to do good.
Yeah.
When I was on the stew, I was like, this is like my big shot. It's my shot at the big time.
Oh, shut up.
I was like, I got.
Shut up.
It was serious. It's a big show, Stan. I didn't mess around. Swaggins didn't fucking read anything. I think you should kick Swaggins off the show.
You think
Swaggins
Swaggins should be?
Off.
Yeah. So are you trying to take his place? Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much. Yeah, just kick him off. Bring me on. He's so
all right.
I got BlackCat shirts.
He'd probably be relieved. He'd probably like, I don't have to do this anymore.
Swags, I love you, dude. I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding, kind of. But no, I'm really. I love Swags, man. Swags is fucking awesome. He doesn't watch it anymore. He comes in, he like says hi to people, and then he leaves.
Yeah, well, you know what? I try to go into all of the. Oh, he's in there. He's here. I try to go into all of the live streams that I can, and I'll usually like jump back and forth and be in them. And usually, like if I'm in front of the computer, I'll do that. But if I'm like doing something, is when I'm actually sitting in the live stream for the whole time. Like I enjoy watching live streams, the vlog and things like that, like Grim Green's vlog, your show. But it's hard to stay in there because I got so much stuff going on. So I'm constantly running away from from the show.
Take my spot. He said, take my spot. All right, let's go here. I got to get a random number generator. Random number generator.
What's up, Shane Smith?
Shane, how you doing? All right, first number, 91. Second number.
That was rigged. I watched him type
99. I didn't type it in. It's not rigged. I've never rigged any giveaway. Not a one. 62 is our winner, guys. 62. Closest to number without going over. It's going to take home a $25 gift. Let's see here. How many entries? We need
62.
62. I see a 24, 49, Frankie.
There's a 71. There's a 59 and a 66.
You see a 59 Faceless Vapor? I think that's going to be our winner.
Faceless Vapor is 59.
59 Faceless Vapor. You're the winner, brother. Congratulations.
Tony Jenkins hates himself. He's 63.
Faceless Vapor. You are the winner. Chicken dinner. All right, you just want a $25 gift certificate to the greatest e-liquid on the face of this earth, Shy Tots. Now, to collect that, you're going to contact Jane Dodd on the Instagrams or on Facebook, however you get in contact with her.
You know what, bro?
What?
Bam. Give this away.
Give a dreamer away?
A copper dreamer.
Oh, shit. Can I enter that?
Yes. Yes.
No, I'm not going to enter it. I have a couple over there. All right,
Give the
Copper
Copper
Dreamer,
Dreamer
we're
away.
giving it away. Look, Stan comes on the show, he starts dropping bombs.
On Friday, I'm going to throw a huge sale on Dreamers and Keens, man. Like,
Are you
a
really?
huge sale. Yeah,
Next
dude. I got
Friday?
a bunch of stock because I think I carry more stock than any distro does of my own product.
It's just
So
smart.
I'm sitting on a bunch of extra stock, and I got to clear some of it out. So I'm gonna do a huge sale on Dreamers and Keens on Friday.
Awesome, man. I'll be on the lookout for it. That's
LucidRDA.com.
Fantastic. Yep, lucidrda.com. So we can throw that in chat. And then look out for that next Friday. I'll make sure I mention it on next Friday as well. Let me make a note of that to make sure that I get the buzz. All right. Lucid on Friday. All right. Stan, you want to do the number? How do you want to do it? 1 through
No,
50?
do your randomizer thing. Just do
Okay,
it normal.
randomizer.
Yeah.
All right, guys, this is for a Copper Dreamer. I need a number between 1 and 150. Go. Now we'll see people enter. You watch.
Bob Ellis, the Keen stacks are on their way to the Americas right now if they don't get confiscated. And so are Black Notions.
Hey, Tom Urban, how you doing? Bob Ellis is, I was gonna say I miss Bob too. Here we go. This is for a Copper Dreamer. This is a big time giveaway on the
Patrick
Black
King, what's up, dude?
Patrick King.
I got to meet Patrick King a couple times. He's cool as hell.
He is cool. I haven't met him yet. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I got to get to one of these shows.
Yeah.
I got to get to one of the shows. Next time you guys all go to all of them, don't you?
No, I only honestly, I've gone to a couple on my own dime.
Yeah.
But it's like Times Vape will fit the bill when they're going to a show, so those are easier for me to get to, obviously.
Yeah.
Because it's an expense, dude. Like to go to a show that's not in your town, not in your area. I mean, hell, it's $1,000 right off the bat.
Ugh.
So because you got to get a plane ticket and then you got to get a hotel room. You know, for the whole time, unless you're just going to go for a day. But I'm the guy that likes to go for the whole show.
Yeah.
Because not everybody can go on one day, you know?
But if you're going to go for one day, you might as well go for the whole show.
Exactly.
You're paying for the flight. You
Exactly.
know what I mean?
And the room is actually the cheaper part. You got to pay for food and all that other stuff. Like I automatically assume I'm going to be spending $1,000 if I go anywhere.
And that's the thing is I travel every other month to see my daughter in Jersey. So that's like $1,000 trip right there. And then we go on vacation. And it's like, I can't, if I take away my wife's vacation, she will kill me. She will fucking kill me. Like literally, I think she's pretty close to killing me now. So taking away vacation would probably be like the straw that broke the camel's back and the knife that goes into my back. Literally. All right, let's stop it.
One second. Jesse Heinrich says, will the Black Notion hold up better than the white on the Dreamer? How like that's a very specific, the white and the black on the coatings on the Dreamer is pretty damn good. If it's wearing off or whatever, like if it's your everyday banger, stuff's gonna wear, man. That's just how it is. So
all right. First number is 7. Second number is 4. Wow. And that can't be. The winning number is 9. You can see there I put 1 to 150 and it gave me 2, 7, and 9.
There you go.
That's weird.
Closest without going over? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, so 9 is the winner. I see Bull's got a 6.
Got balls. Yeah, Bull's got a 6. Yep, that's the one I saw. Tony Jenkins is 9 or is 10, I mean.
Oh no.
Isn't he the one that put 63?
I think he did. Poor guy.
I know. I don't see any other ones.
Jeff said don't end up on it. I think we got a winner. Mr. Bull with the 6. Congratulations, Bull. All right.
Bull.
That was terrible. Those numbers were terrible.
You know what, dude? Have them contact you because my inboxes get so full and crazy. And
I got his address.
So I'll just, you can send it to me and send me his info and I'll ship it out.
All right. I'll get it. Actually, I have it right now. I'll get it to you. All right. No problem.
Cool.
So thanks for doing that, man. Appreciate it.
No problem. So you, Is there any way? Do you know his information, like his ID and stuff? Like, do you have all that,
His ID.
or like his age verification?
Oh yeah. I have. He's on my
Okay.
Patreon.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All's good then.
Yeah, he's and he's in Europe. He's in Europe though. So
That's
you may have to
okay.
work out. You may have to
That's
work
okay.
out shipping with.
I don't discriminate when I don't set that standard. Shipping's on me, bro.
I tell you, I did that at the beginning. I had to change it, Stan, because it was so expensive. Like I used
I don't
to
do it very
that.
often, but if I don't, like, usually I'll say it U.S. only or whatever, or shipping's on you. But if I don't say it, man, I'm feeling generous. The shipping's on me, man.
That's awesome, dude. Crazy. I'm jealous. I'll tell you, I have so I think that's funny because that's gonna be my next giveaways. I have the black keen that I'm gonna be giving away for the patrons here next time.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm putting a box together for my Patreon live stream soon. They're
How do
few and
you
far
go
between,
live?
but I try to put giveaways together for them.
How are you gonna live with yourself with numbers like that? Yeah, those numbers were terrible, Mark. It went 2, 7, and 9. I had 150. I don't know why it didn't go up. And then I hit it again. It went up to like 75. So I don't know. Tokyo, Europe. So Stan, what do you got planned this weekend, man? What's going on with you? What have you been doing? What's going on? What's going on
with me?
Yeah.
I am a 3D printing fool lately.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I got myself a 3D printer. I got it to do prototyping.
Yeah.
And then I haven't really done any prototyping with it because I haven't had a need for anything right now. So I got it on the business dime for prototyping, and all I've been prototyping is crap for myself and my son for like Nerf guns and shit. Here, I'll show you. You want to see?
Yeah. I like Nerf guns. Back scratcher is awesome. You don't put the brown scores in. Yeah, they only score about 10 points a game. Fucking sucks.
All right, so this is the first project I ever prototyped. Well, it's a tension holster that I made that goes on Molly. Okay.
What's Molly?
Molly is like a military standard for attaching holsters and mag pouches and things like that to just panels.
Okay.
So this is a fully 3D printed flywheel blaster. So it's got 2 motors and flywheels here. So basically this is a pusher mechanism that pushes the dart into the flywheels and then fires it.
What?
Yeah, this thing gets about 130 to 150 FPS. And the battery goes back here into stock, and I've got the wiring run through. But this entire thing, I 3D printed this whole thing. This is just a basic design that somebody did off Thingiverse. Both of these are. The holster's my design. I've got some other designs that I have on Thingiverse under Technically Tenacious. You guys want to go check out my Thingiverse.
What's Thingiverse? Is that where a bunch of 3D printing stuff goes?
Yeah, it's basically a open source kind of design website. So it's a social media website where you can upload your designs and everything. People can take them and remix them and things. And so I've got a couple things on there. I started a YouTube called Technically Tenacious that I haven't put anything on yet, but I've started recording stuff for it. This is the other one.
Oh, you made this one too?
Yeah,
Stan, you're incredible. You're fucking incredible, dude.
Well, no, this is a Caliburn. This is somebody else's design again. I did some modifications to it, but this is a fully 3D printed Springer with a breech system. So you can see there. You can see
Are you and your wife looking to adopt a 45-year-old middle-aged man?
But
I want to be your kid and just hang out and play with these guns.
But this is an upper and lower, like full takedown pin, like pop it out, replace the full size spring. This will shoot like 200 feet per second, just like this.
God.
This is designed by Captain Slug. But I've got my own designs in the works and stuff. And ooh, shit! I think I just broke the freaking. That's the one thing about 3D printing is you got to be. That's why it's fun to redesign stuff because I can make it stronger. When you use other people's designs, it's kind of sketchy sometimes.
Yeah.
But
That I can't believe you made that. I literally can't believe you made that.
That's like what I do. Whenever you see me disappear from social media completely, like YouTube and Discord and Instagram, whenever you see me disappear from everything for like a week, it's because I've been having like crazy anxiety and I'm sitting in a corner somewhere building shit like that just to like get my mind on something else.
So do you print how many pieces does something like that have?
That one has somewhere between 30 and 40 pieces.
You print them each separate, one at a time, or do you print a couple at a time and then?
My print bed's about 15 inches by 15 inches, so I can usually print a number of pieces together. It just depends because 3D printing is so sketchy that because the technology, Vapor Swaggins is actually he does 3D printing too. He knows a lot about that stuff. So we talk a lot about it, but the technology is still in its infancy, pretty much, kind of like vaping, honestly. There's a lot in common with like the technology and the advancements being made all the time. And so like just this piece here, which is just this section on the bottom, and then like this piece and one or two other small pieces is like a 20-hour print. So you got to just like let it run and walk away from it. But it depends. The bed has to be perfectly level. You have to have your heat settings right on the nozzle as well as the bed. You have to have your layer settings right with the nozzle tip that you're going to use and how fast you want it to extrude and how you want it to cool. There's just enough technicality in it to keep me interested enough to take my mind off of everything else and like kind of only focus on that, you know?
Yeah.
So it's de-stressing for me.
Yeah.
And the whole back of my mind and my dad are like, man, you can make money doing this. You can make money. It's like, no, I do that with everything I do. I always try to make money in everything. No, this is for me. This is my thing. Leave me alone. So that's what I've been doing. That's probably what I'll be doing this weekend. And some weekends we go to like Nerf Wars and stuff in a local club here that I take my son to. And
when you show up, are they like everybody like, holy shit?
No, dude.
Are you like the big guns or everybody like
no. The club, everybody does stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like that's yeah, there's a huge Nerf community like this, like kind of like how we all are close and stuff on the vaping community, like on YouTube and things. The same thing over there. It's the same kind of deal. It's kind of cool. It's like parallels with how familiar everybody is with each other and stuff, and everybody like shares files and does the same.
That's awesome.
And, yeah. So
is there like a thing on the internet where you can watch like? I'm sure there is like YouTube channels devoted to like building that kind of stuff.
Say that again. The last thing
is there YouTube channels that you can watch for like building all kinds of stuff like that?
Oh yeah, Nerf modding is a huge thing, dude.
Is it really?
Yeah, and is it in the Philippines?
I'm gonna be looking at it tonight.
What's another country over there?
Indonesia?
No, but over on that side of the world, there's a huge culture, man. In fact, a ton of companies over there 3D print shit and sell it on Etsy and ship everything over here. Dude, it parallels the vaping industry so much that it makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Not in the sense of, but the sense of like toys, like it's all toy stuff or whatever. And the group I'm in does a high performance level and what they call a super stock level, which a stock blaster will fire somewhere between 60 feet per second and 100 feet per second, like right off the shelf. And the super stock class we cap at 150 feet per second, and then the NIC class we cap at 300 feet per second.
What is NIC?
Usually the kids and stuff don't show up to that one.
Is that Nerf
but there's
in charge?
A bunch of kids in the other one, huh?
Is NIC Nerf in charge?
No. It stands. I think it stands for Internet Community or something. It's like an old school term. I don't even know what it means. They just call it NIC.
That's interesting, man. It's so interesting to hear. Like, that's one thing I like about well, maybe not about doing shows, but like talking to people and like finding out what your other interests are besides vaping. Because we've all got like different interests and things that we're into, and like,
Well, dude,
I know I always find like different things to mess with.
yeah. I had I've always done. My friend calls me anytime he needs a question about anything. He calls me because there's a chance that I may or may not have gotten way too OCD into it, And so like for a while I got paid doing airbrushing. I had about 700 gallons of tanks and fish breeding and everything in my house at one point. Old cars, I've always been into old cars. I still am. I'm holding on to it. I haven't done anything in years, but I've still got my 63 and I hold on to it because I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah.
And I mean, dude, I get involved so heavily in every paintball. I was playing competitive paintball for a while, and that's probably what stemmed the Nerf thing, is because it's not as expensive as paintball, and I can like do all my own design stuff with it, and it doesn't have to be as hardcore. What else? Dude, there's a lot of stupid shit that I've done just to keep my mind busy.
Mm-hmm.
And
I have to too. Yeah. I have to have something. I like to have something to work on, if that makes sense. Something to improve at. I have to have something constantly that I need to improve at. That's why coil building was so like meshed with me so well. It's because you're never the best. You're always trying to get better at it.
Right.
And there's always somebody better than you. And so you're always, it's kind of like golf. Like you never beat the game of golf. You just kind of keep getting better and better and better, But yeah, that's the kind of things that really interest me.
I actually played golf for a long time too. I was on the golf team, and like I got into, dude, I always take it to the next level for some stupid reason.
Nothing wrong with that.
Dump all my money into it and do that, and then sell all that to finance another hobby somewhere else. But no, dude, that's what my whole other channel is going to be dedicated. And not because I'm like leaving this or anything, just for something else to do. That takes my mind away from vaping stuff for a while. But my whole other channel is just going to be basically that. It's not just going to be Nerf. It's going to be like basically anytime I get my hands on a project that I want to mess with. Like I got really into, I showed this. I don't know who I showed this to. I showed this on a live stream and I tore it all apart since, but this is the Daft Punk helmet that I was making, that I made, and then I tore it apart because it started failing. But it's fully electronic. It had the full mask that like
that's sweet.
Yeah, like I just get into stuff, and I painted this actually. Like this is a professional paint job by Stan. Like
that's the one you did the so I Daft Punk is really interesting.
Yeah,
like that band is really interesting, or those guys are really interesting. Yeah. I watched the thing on when they played Coachella, and they never played live before, and they played. It was like one of the biggest shows ever, and then you can like watch it. And
was he wearing that helmet?
They both were, yeah.
Yeah, the silver helmet with the. I want to do that one too, man. The silver helmet from. I think this one is Guy Manuel, and I can't remember the other dude's name.
They've got some kind of weird names.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they played. So they played Coachella, and the state they got given $1 million to play Coachella, and they spent all that money on their stage, and they built like this like pyramid type thing they played on top of, and it was like one of the biggest things ever at Coachella. It was like, and now I think they played, maybe they took that show and did like 7 or 8 more shows somewhere. But I watched a documentary on them, and just like how how sought after they are. They're like literally people can't understand how they do what they do. They're pretty that electric intense, music type thing.
It's not just the music though either. Like they're just an enthralling character. Like everything about them is interesting.
Yeah, it is.
They full on. They do everything to the extreme, and it's not like the extreme like Lady Gaga wearing a dress of meat. It's like they get the attention, but it's like classy.
Yeah.
It's just good. It's like, damn, those guys are badass.
Yeah.
Whenever you see them, and I don't know. I did the same kind of thing with music. For years, I was in a band and everything, but I was so into like the electronics and everything about it, like the nerdy side, that I basically bought as much equipment for the band as I could. And I didn't even like, I was like, oh, the band needs this. Sure, here, let's go get this. And it stays at somebody else's house. I have no idea where it's at or what it's doing or whatever, but it's for the band.
Were you a
Like,
big Kraftwerk fan?
Huh?
You big Kraftwerk fan?
What do you mean by Kraftwerk?
Kraftwerk, the group from Germany.
Oh, no, I don't know anything about them.
Is it called Kraftwerk? What is it? They were like one of the first electronic bands. Let me look it up. Yeah, I'll send it to you. It's really, I love them. It's really odd, but they were let's see, Kraftwerk. I think it's called
You said Kraftwerk, and I immediately started thinking about like DIY woodworking and things like that.
Yeah, so it's Kraftwerk, and it's spelled Kraftwerk. And they were like one of the very first electronic bands, 4 guys from Germany, and a lot of bands like Daft Punk and kind of like originated from that.
Really?
Yeah. It's a band, and I didn't know of them either. And then they played a show, and I lived in New York for a while, and they played a show in New York City, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, Kraftwerk's coming! Oh my God!" It was like this big thing, and so I kind of started listening to them again. And they're pretty cool.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
What kind of music do you like normally? I know you like hip hop and stuff.
Man, I'll be honest. I like all music. I grew up really into like classic rock, and then I liked punk for a while. Then I got into heavy metal for a while, and when and I'm the same as you. Like when I get into something, I like go to extremes. Like when I say heavy metal, I'm not talking about like Whitesnake. I'm talking about like Venom and Slayer and like the big bands. Like
you're talking about like Swiss death.
Yeah, I'm talking about like the heavy
black
shit.
metal.
Like I'm not fucking around. Like when I talk about punk, I'm talking about like the Dead Kennedys and like Suicidal Tendencies. Like I'm talking about like real punk music and a couple of bands from Washington D.C. Anyway, right now I listen to, believe it or not, I listen to a lot of like rockabilly and a lot of bluegrass and stuff like that.
Cool.
Like, yeah, it's kind of what I'm into now. But I still listen to
rockabilly music's
everything.
awesome. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, there's a band called Whiskey Town, which is Ryan Adams' old band. I'm really into them.
Really?
I was listening to a band called the Drive-By Truckers.
Oh yeah.
Heard of them?
I heard you talking about them before.
They're pretty cool. And then there's I like a lot of Texas music. Big Waylon Jennings fan. I've always been a big Waylon Jennings fan. Yeah.
Really?
And,
like
Willie,
like that Texas backcountry that they call it Texas country is what they call it.
Texas swing.
Texas
swing.
That's good stuff. That's good.
Yeah, and I listen to a lot of that. And then like Cody James,
be careful,
Tyler Childress.
When you get into that rabbit hole.
Yeah.
You got to be careful because there gets some low down dirty stuff coming out of that genre.
Oh yeah, I mean I've heard all the like David Allan Coe bootlegs and all that. I know where it goes,
dude.
Yeah, I mean I've heard all that. I'm a hillbilly, so we've that's been around somewhere though.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean I like but I mean I like today I was listening to what I've been AC/DC. Like I don't really consider AC/DC like a heavy metal band, but it's a good like bluesy rock type band. And I listen to I like Bon Scott. I was a big Bon Scott fan. I really liked him, and like today I was listening to that all day.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've been really big into hip hop lately.
I love hip hop.
But my my all-time favorite band, I mean, the band I can listen to every album all day, every day, doesn't even matter. Like I'll just leave it in and go, is Coheed and Cambria. And some people don't like Coheed and Cambria because, it sounds like crap, because they heard 1 or 2 songs on the radio. You know how that goes. But when you understand,
who is it? Cobra and Cambria?
It's Coheed, Coheed and Cambria. And if you listen to an album, not just good eye sniper, I shoot you right, not just that crap that you hear on the radio, but if you listen to a whole album, it's a story. It's a space odyssey. And every album except for one is in line with that space odyssey. And Coheed and Cambria are the 2 main characters. And it's like a rock opera. The way they change the music so much within the song, as well as from song to song, from track to track, is just insane. It's like it takes you from one side of the genre to the other side of the genre. It's like a progressive rock, There's some metal influence in there. There's some there's all kinds. There's some electronica in there. There's just so much craziness. And the dude,
he looks like the lead singer of Slayer.
Oh yeah, Claudio Sanchez. He actually does comic books, which I have a bunch of that I'm going to put on the wall. That the Amory Wars was the tale of Coheed and Cambria, and basically you can follow the Amory Wars all the way through the albums. And I wouldn't suggest doing that because it's a super nerdy thing to do. But the whole thing, Claudio Sanchez, he sings. He's this big Hispanic dude from New York, and he has like this angelic baby, like high-pitched voice. You actually may think it's a woman if you've never seen him before. But the way he can change that all the way through all these ranges is insane. And he does it while playing lead with another lead player. And they go back and forth, like dueling guitar style stuff. And
he's interesting. He's a very interesting looking guy.
One of the most insane and fun shows you will ever go to, bro. Like, it is fantastic.
I can't wait to check it out. I cannot wait to check. Okay, here's another one that falls into that. You ever heard of TV on the Radio?
Oh, dude, I have heard of them.
They're really great. Really great.
I got my Spotify open now. TV on.
That's another band I stumbled upon, and I just started listening to it, and I was like, holy shit. Ended up downloading a couple of their albums, and just like.
Oh, yeah.
There's a song they have called Wolf Like Me, and it's about a werewolf. And it's fucking badass. It's one of the most badass songs. It is literally like about as good as music can get.
Yeah, they have the vocalist has like a funk sound to their voice.
Very much so. They're like a smorgasbord of different type of musicians.
Yeah.
With a really strong like blues, like blues electronic and like jazz background, like in throughout the band, and they're fantastic. Yeah. Bands like that come to Columbus, but I actually never get to see them.
You know what? I was actually in Kentucky for a while. I lived in Kentucky for a little while in another life, for a short while. And I would travel to Cincinnati. I'm sorry, not Cincinnati. Was it Cincinnati? I don't know.
Probably.
I'd cross the border.
Ohio. Yeah, right across Ohio River.
Yeah. I was in Cynthiana, Kentucky. So it was like halfway to Louisville and halfway to shit. I don't even know. It doesn't even matter. But I would cross the border right there of Ohio and go see little coffee shop shows and live shows all the time. Because I had nothing better to do. You know, I was like 18 years old. And I just crossed the border and go see shows because there was always kick-ass live performances in Ohio. I don't know why. I don't know what for.
Colleges. Ohio. I think it's just colleges. They have a lot of good colleges.
Is that what it is?
Might be.
Yeah, it was crazy. I just always saw cool stuff there, man. And I have all these crazy stories. Like I used to travel for work, and like I stumbled into not having any clue. It looked like just a ugly brown building. I stumbled into Billy Gibbons' like personal venue that he owned while Wilco was playing, which is an insanely crazy band that's gone through members and been like a thing for years. It's like a legend style thing that just keeps rolling. Yeah. And the music wasn't. It may have had something to do with the state of mind I was in, but I still like it sober. So anyway, I've done that a lot. Like I stumbled into a Bad Religion concert one time by accident. Like I would just get drunk, or even not even get drunk, but just be bored. And I'd be in some weird city for work, and I would just wander around until like I saw a crowd of people or whatever. Oh, what's going on here? I was walking.
Yeah. That's awesome. Like kind of just exploring and stumbling. Yeah, that's badass.
Yeah, I used to do it all the time, and I have some kick-ass crazy stories from it. I saw who else have I seen? I saw REO Speedwagon and Styx, but I think that was at a rodeo.
They play some rodeos.
Yeah. No, I've walked into some crazy stuff wandering around. and I don't think I wandered to that one. I don't remember.
I think it's the best thing to do with music is to not get pigeonholed into a specific type of music, and to you have to take music for what it is. And popular pop music is basically just the same stuff kind of over and over and over again. Once a record company that is bent on making money realizes a beat or lyric combination that kind of goes together, then they start writing songs for different artists that are all exactly the same.
Yeah, man.
Quite frankly, there's like 3 or 4 guys who write all the big songs right now. I mean, there really is. And that's for big pop country, pop rock, pop hip hop, pop. There's really 3 or 4 people that write all those songs, just so everybody knows. That's really what's going on. But when you start opening your mind up to things like, I kind of after my mom passed a few years ago, but after she passed, I kind of got back into bluegrass because she really liked that. And I was going through some of her stuff, and I started finding a lot of these old bluegrass albums and tapes and stuff. And I was like, I remember, you pick it up, kind of nostalgic. You look at it, and you're like, I remember when she would play this, So that's when I started getting back into that. And but if you just take it for what it is and not try to make it what it's not, it really works out. Buddy Holly, there you go.
He's my hero.
I love Buddy Holly.
He's my hero. Dude, I grew up. You don't even know what you're like.
He's from Texas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You talk the Crickets. You're talking about family that's like hearing something nostalgic or whatever. We still to this day play the Elvis Christmas album every Christmas morning. Because Elvis. I grew up in a mashup of the 50s and 60s and then no 70s straight to the 80s. Because that's when I was born, was in the 80s. I'm an 80s child. But in my house, pink and turquoise neon, we didn't have regular lighting all throughout the living space. And then every door had pink and turquoise formica alternating on every door. Like my sister's bedroom was pink, mine was turquoise, and then so on and so forth. Okay. Black and white checkerboard flooring was the floors. Our kitchen table was a old booth from a diner. Our house telephone was a payphone, like an old payphone from like the 60s or something.
That's awesome.
Our other phone was a rotary dial. We had, the original shooting galleries that actually shot like the little metal BBs. We had one of those in the back of the house.
Like,
we had I had 59 Cadillacs, 60 Cadillacs, all kinds of cars that had interesting back ends that my dad couldn't save. He'd cut the back off of them and put them in the backyard so that he could turn them into couches in the future, which he never did. We had in the house, we had refurbished Coke machines and gas pumps lining the walls. One of a main source of lighting in the house was a Sinclair gas pump. We also had one of those huge Wurlitzer bubble tube spinning speakers, like as a centerpiece in the house, way up on the wall over top of the Seaberg jukebox that was like my dad's baby. I have my own jukebox. It's at his house right now. He actually made it from a bunch of parts from Germany. Like he was a carpenter and that was what he always wanted to do. He built his own jukebox, but jukeboxes, he was a jukebox collector. He was an arcade pinball collector.
Really?
Oh yeah. We went to
Chicago.
He had somewhere like 13 cars at all times, like old cars.
Damn.
He never drove a new car. Like he always had his prize winning show car was actually an Edsel, one of the worst cars made from Ford, but he turned it in. Like that's the joke about the Stanleys. We're always polishing turds. So yeah, that's just how I grew up, dude.
Did he get a Stanley Stammer?
On the weekends we went to car shows and swap meets. My parents did the whole 50s dance competition thing all the time. That's just what we did, man. Like bowling, and we lived an older style like life.
That's fantastic.
How we grew up.
You didn't grow up watching TV, stuck on the computer doing all that?
No, well, I mean, when Nintendo came around, like, got to have a Nintendo. But no, dude, it was go outside and play that's what we did. Go outside and play, or I'd be out. There's pictures of me crawling through cars. Like I'm like 4 years old in nothing but underwear, like crawling around in rusty car parts. Like that's
yeah. That's like as dangerous as it could possibly be to scream in tetanus.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, that's how I grew up. Man, he'll be okay. Kind of. It's just that's what we did, dude. And it was that in sports, and that was it.
I saw a guy, a Hoarders episode, and it's funny because Hoarders is, it really just should be called really lazy people is what it should be called. But this one guy hoarded pinball machines, and he had a warehouse full of them, and it was the coolest thing ever, man.
I probably know him.
He had, yeah, it probably is. But he had like the old ones that were like wood, and he would pull, like the balls would come up and like swirl around all the way up to like the new one. Like my favorite pinball machine, if you remember, is the Kiss machine. Do you remember?
Oh yeah,
that was Gene Simmons like coming out. Yeah,
our friend had one.
I would play that one all the time. And then Tommy, the one for the Who,
we had
that one. It would play the music
with it had Elton John in the red bell bottoms in the middle. Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
we had that machine.
Yeah, that was our machine. We had a bar that we used to go to. They had Tommy, awesome. And then the bar next to him had Kiss, and we would alternate between the two, and we played, literally drink and play pinball. It was so much fun, man.
Hell yeah!
I never got good at it though. I always
I got
hard to get good
at pinball.
But yeah, pinball machines and stuff like that. That's like right up my alley. You should invite me over for dinner one night.
Well, it's not like that anymore, man. Are you serious?
Oh, it's not?
No. That all ended when I was 16. We moved to a new house. My mom made him sell a bunch of stuff so that we could afford to move into the new house. And then she made it so that he could never make the house like that again. So he had his 157 Ford. He still has a 57 Ford Fairlane. And he's been working on it for years and years, but that's what he's held on to. And he's got a new wife now. And
that happens.
She's more open to those things. So he's kind of getting, he's still the same guy, man. Yeah. He's still the same guy. But my mom she hated it, dude. She loved like doing the dances and dressing up and all that stuff, but she hated like his collecting. One man's junk is another man's treasure. Yeah.
There's a fine line. There's a fine line there between like, what is, but if he's handy, like you are, like, then you can fix anything, man. My dad could fix anything.
Oh yeah, dude. We're definitely driveway mechanics, bro.
You think you can fix my lawnmower?
Probably.
I can't fix it. I can't figure it out.
It's just 3 things, dude.
It is. I know that. Gas, air,
spark.
And I can't get it to go. I literally, and I'm an engineer and I couldn't figure it. I literally went out there for one day. I spent like 6 hours. I took the whole thing apart. I could not get it to run. And it was so frustrating because it's 3 things that have to be. It's it. Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah.
That's funny because I'm a designer. I work for engineers. So what you just described is hilarious to me because the engineers always come up with these insane, crazy ideas. And then the designers go, this is how we make it like plausible. This is how we make it not so complicated.
Yeah.
It does exactly what you wanted. And the engineer goes, oh yeah, you know what? This is strong here. This is it. Make this plate thicker. And oh yeah, it works. Cool.
I'm not that kind of engineer. I'm network. I'm network engineer. Okay. So I'm not like a structural or civil or chemical. Like I started in chemical engineering until I like ran into organic chemistry. And I was like, fuck that. That shit's hard. I was like, wait a minute. You mean I can't drink and smoke pot every day and stay in this school and do these classes? Like, where are the computer classes at? I could do those. Let me get over to that major. This is too fucking hard. Yeah. All right, man. Hey, dude, I hate to shut it down. This has been a fantastic conversation, dude. Thank you for coming on, man.
Oh yeah, dude, it's fun. I wasn't doing nothing else, just hanging out with my daughter. She was watching cartoons and stuff. Actually, she was drawing pictures on her face. I found out. So
well, that works. I'll tell you, I probably will hit you up again sometime if I need somebody on. You're available. I'll make sure I make a note of that.
If I'm around, dude, you do stuff so early.
I know.
If I'm around, I heard you talking.
I do, and you know what it is, man? Is like I get up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock every day, and I'm like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, dude. I'm in bed, and wife and I are eating popcorn and watching a movie. Yeah, I went from getting wasted and partying every single night to,
I'm laying
in bed at 9:30 eating popcorn.
I'm laying in a bed at 11 o'clock like this, completely still, and my head is just going, and I'm just looking at the ceiling. Like, that's what I do. I cannot sleep. I don't get to sleep till like 3 a.m. sometimes.
You know what, man? I how old are you, Stan?
36.
36. Okay. I used to be like that. But I'm not that way anymore. Not that way. I used to, that was one. Okay. So not to get too deep or anything, but one of the reasons why I used to drink a lot is because I couldn't turn my brain off at night. That was one of the reasons I used to drink a lot.
It'd knock you out.
And I would drink, I would drink more as the night went on. Whereas most people, you drink less because you don't want to be hungover the next day. But for me, it was the opposite because I wanted to, but now I sleep like a baby. Yeah. I don't know why, but yeah. So I don't know.
Well, I'm not
maybe
it's get into that habit.
Getting old. All right, brother. Good to see you, man. Thanks everybody for watching tonight. You got the Vape Stew on tonight. Mr. Stan will be live tonight. What time is that? 10:30?
9 p.m. Central.
10 o'clock Eastern time.
And
be live with the Vape Stew.
7 p.m. Western.
Wow. 7 in the p.m.
No.
On the West Coast.
Yeah.
You also have, what else? Tommy's on tonight at 11. What else do we got? We got a bunch of stuff on tonight. I will see. Green Room is on after this at 7:30. Tune in for that. The on Spring Vaping's channel, the Rising Vapors is on at 8 o'clock. Tune in for that. I'll see you guys in the chats of this show. Thank you so much to Stan. Thank you so much to you guys. Congratulations to the winner.
Are you gonna be on the stew?
Probably not. I'll probably be in bed.
Okay.
Is that terrible? That's terrible, isn't it? That's terrible.
Do you think, bro?
That's terrible, man. That's terrible. I can't do it. I'll try. I'm just so tired, dude. By then, like I have to drink all this coffee. I might be though. We'll see.
Just hit me up. Just hit me up. Finish your outro.
Yeah. All right. So we'll see you guys on Monday. I'm doing a giveaway on Monday for some coils. If you want to repost a pick from our featured builder this week, do that. And then Monday, we'll have that giveaway. Love you guys. Have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe. Enjoy yourself. See you